Alright guys, new comic book day is almost here. You already know the drill. It's time to take a look at what's coming out and talk about what I'm getting. What's up guys, BJ Kicks here. I buy comics, I read them, and I review them, all for your viewing pleasure. So if you're new here, welcome, and if you're not, welcome back. Now on this channel I do unboxings, comic book hauls, reviews, overviews, everything in between. So if you're new here and you're interested in that type of content, hit the subscribe button, then hit that bell icon so that you're notified whenever I post a new video. Now this show is called What I'm Getting, and this is where we go over what releases are coming out each week, and I talk about what's on my pull list, what titles I might be dropping, and what's on the maybe list, something that just looks interesting that I might just have to make a game day decision on. So for February 24th, there's a lot of good books coming out. DC finally has reduced its chokehold on my budget. It's great. So we got a lot of DC. Well, we got a couple DC, a lot of Marvel, and a few indies. So I always like to start out with the book that I am most excited for. And this week, that is Future State Dark Detective #4. Now, Dark Detective has been my favorite Future State series now that I've read them all and I've gotten caught up on everything. The next Batman, I felt like they did all right with the first issue, but then they just left a bunch of stuff open and they're going to finish it up later on. So that series is a moot point. But Dark Detective has been consistently great. Dan Mora's artwork is amazing. Mariko Tamaki's storytelling is also amazing. I'm so excited that they're going to be the creative team on Detective Comics moving forward. That's going to be a must read. But anyway, we're following Bruce Wayne as he's trying to, kind of reverse engineer the magistrate technology, and he's leading up to this final battle with the Peacekeeper '01. So that finale is coming up. Obviously, Bruce Wayne's going to save the day, or at least that's the assumption, and I'm ready to see what that's going to look like. So I'm just getting the cover A on that, and it's got a cover price of $5.99. So there we go. Now, continuing with DC Comics, there's just one more DC book on my pull list this week, and that is Future State Batman Superman #2. Now, Batman Superman #1 was cool. It wasn't super clear when it took place. It must have been before Dark Detective because Bruce Wayne's not dead yet, obviously. But anyway, it's about basically, the magistrates got this whole thing with their faces and, masks and whatnot, but there's all this facial recognition software. So if you ever do anything wrong, you're going to get caught. So someone has created this experimental drug that turns people's faces into straight up animal faces. And it's got all these crazy side effects. And we kind of got Superman in some trouble in issue 1. And obviously Batman's going to have to save the day in issue 2. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how that wraps up. It's just a fun story. I feel like it could have been any issue of Batman Superman, but Future State it is. I'm getting the cover A on that, and it's got a cover price of $3.99. So that's it for my DC Comics pull list. And so if I just stick to the list, those are going to cost me $10. Not mad at that at all. It's welcomed after this couple of months with DC. So now let's move on to Marvel Comics. By far the heaviest part of my pull list this week. So we're starting out with Amazing Spider-Man #60. I love that cover A by Mark Bagley. Now, I'm pretty far behind with Amazing Spider-Man, and I tell you guys this every couple of weeks. I feel like eventually I'm going to have to just drop the title if it stays on the bottom of my pull list or the bottom of my reading list that long. But the Mark Bagley covers keep me on it. Mark Bagley's doing artwork. That keeps me on it. Eventually, I'll have a lot more time and I'll just sit and read them back to back, I guess. But anyway, that's got a cover price of $3.99, and I'm just getting the cover A. Next on the pull list for Marvel this week is X-Men. X-Men #18. Now this one I'm excited about because it looks like we're finally wrapping up a storyline, or at least moving a little bit further into a storyline that was opened up all the way back in issue 6 or 7, where all those X-Men went into the vault and basically got stuck there. So I guess we're going to see them come out of the vault, and my understanding is that they're going to be aged up by being in the vault, or I don't know. I can't remember. It's been so long since issue 7. But I'm excited they're bringing it back because it was one of the more exciting issues. But that's got a cover price of $3.99. I'm getting the cover A, but there is a Storm Black History Month variant that looks pretty cool too. So be on the lookout for that. Next on the pull list is Wolverine number 10. Again, I'm behind with my X reading ever since Ten of Swords, and that hardcover it just keeps getting pushed back. I think it's coming out on March the 6th though, so I can finally get back to my reading. Um, but anyway, Wolverine number 10. I love Wolverine. I love Ben Percy's writing. I love the artwork by Adam Kubert. So I'm going to keep reading it until it's not good anymore. And I doubt that's going to happen anytime soon. But that's got a cover price of $3.99. I'm just getting the cover A, although Adam Kubert's got a 1 in 10 cover B. And it's in that kind of monochrome, like the Damian Wayne first appearance was when he did the 1 in 10 for that. And if I see that one in the store, I'm gonna grab it. So anyway, next up on the pull list is Black Panther issue 23. Now Black Panther, Ta-Nehisi Coates is going to end his run with issue 25, and this has been super delayed. This issue was originally supposed to come out not too far before the pandemic started. They literally have pushed this issue back for like a year. And like I said, it's just these 3 issues that are going to wrap up his run. This one is significant because it's going to be the first issue of Black Panther that comes out after Chadwick Boseman's death. So you'll see the return of that R.I.P. Chadwick Boseman header that was on a lot of the other issues or a few months ago. But yeah, so that's exciting. And it's probably going to be a hot cover for that reason. What I really like, I'm getting the cover A, but I really like that David Finch 1 in 50 variant. I'm trying not to spend money that I don't need to spend. And so I can't do ratio variants anymore, but that's one to have. I really like that cover. But anyway, the cover A's got a price of $3.99, and that's what I'm getting. And the last book on my Marvel pull list this week is Marvel Voices Legacy number 1. Now, of course, this is an anthology featuring Black writers. It's basically a celebration of Black History Month. We got Black writers, Black artists, Black characters, and a bunch of really good covers. So that's the cover A I just showed you. But what I'm after, there's an Oliver Coipel variant featuring Miles Morales. That's probably my favorite cover. And then the second favorite is the Ken Lashley variant. And they all are just cover price variants for $4.99. So you really can't go wrong. There's a bunch of covers that I didn't show. Whatever your LCS has, you should grab it. There's a lot of cool stories in there. Rob Markman's got a story. Method Man's got a story, and so on. So check that out. It's got a cover price of $4.99. And that's the Marvel pull list right there. So if I stick to the list with Marvel, that's just going to cost me $21 this week. Not bad at all. We're looking at a light week. I like it. Now, let's move on to the indies. So I got 3 books on my pull list that are outside of the big 2 this week. The first of those is crossover number 4. Still enjoying the series by Donny Cates. It's just fun. It's just really fun. So I'm excited to get into this. I think I'm an issue behind. So I'm going to read it. But anyway, number 4, I'm just getting the cover A, although there is a 1 in 10, which is a version variant of this same cover. I like that, but again, I can't be paying over cover price. I got other stuff to buy, and I just can't buy it all. So anyway, that's got a cover price of $3.99, and I'm just getting the cover A. The next book on the list is Spawn, number 315. This, I'm getting the cover B by Greg Capullo. I mean, as long as Greg Capullo is doing Spawn covers, that's the cover I'm going to get, because why not? But anyway, I love that cover. Now, if you guys missed it, Todd McFarlane just announced that coming up, I think in the summer, there's going to be a whole multiverse or universe of Spawn comics. So we're getting basically this team right here, the Chain Gang. We got Medieval Spawn and Gunslinger Spawn and She Spawn, all these different Spawns. They're going to kind of be spinning out into their own books. So if you're into Spawn, now is the time to get on the train. And right now, regular Spawns just got a cover price of $2.99. I don't know what the new Spawn books are going to have, but artwork is always great. Story's always all right, but the artwork is always great. And there are some amazing names attached to that Spawn announcement. So I'll leave a link to the Image Comics official video release in the description of this one. But as always, Spawn's got a cover price of $2.99, and that's what I'm getting. And the last book rounding out the pull list this week is Department of Truth, number 6, Department of Truth by James Tynion IV. I've really been enjoying it. Each book kind of takes on a different conspiracy. This idea that the more people believe in something, the more true it becomes. That's just dope. And so the fact that there's this agency dedicated to trying to make sure certain things don't come out, but like every conspiracy theory you've ever believed is actually true. It's just a really cool concept. They also just announced that there's a TV show in the works based on this series. So every issue is probably going to be a hot issue. So you're going to want to add it to your pull list and pre-order it. The first trade actually comes out this week too. So if you missed out on the first 6 issues of Department of Truth, then you should grab that trade paperback for just $9.99. But anyway, this single issue's got a cover price of $3.99, and I'm just getting with cover A on that. So if I stick to the list, that's always the motto, stick to the list. The cover price for all of my indie titles is just $11, which means my pull list, I've got a grand total of $42 this week. Not bad. Not bad at all. I might go buy myself some ice cream with the extra that I have left over. Right? So as far as the maybe list, there's nothing on the maybe list this week. I was thinking about the DC Generations Forged one-shot, but with a cover price of $9.99, it's like, I don't want to do that for just one book. And my reading pile is so heavy already. Yeah. So there's nothing on the maybe list, but there's also nothing on the chopping block. All the books that are on this list, I'm actually very happy to have on the list. So that's exciting. But I want to know what's on your pull list. If you haven't told me already, put it in the comments of this video, or you can join us and talk comics all the time inside the K-Squad group on Facebook. I would love to see you there. Shout out to everyone who's there so far. We've got like 70 members already. I mean, we talk about what's on our pull list. We post our hauls. We have discussions about, how to keep certain people in the comics and all sorts of stuff. We've had really cool conversation in that group, and I know it's going to continue. Only thing that's missing is you. So you should join us. Go to facebook.com/groups/K-Squad Comics, or just click the link in the description, because who's got time for all of that? But anyway, I want to know what's on your pull list. Let me know in the comments below. Hope you saw something you liked in this video, and if not, that's cool. You can always buy what you like. Make sure you read what you buy, and be nice to others, because kindness makes the world go round. Peace.